I hope you all received an email at least indicating that I was having those problems. So once again, I'm truly terribly sorry about keeping everyone waiting. And right, it looks like everybody who wanted to log in is in. Mr. Kohler, was it you that was asking to get called? Are you in a courthouse right now?
Yes, Judge. I just stepped out of the courtroom to do my Zoom call, hopefully.
Yes, sir. All right. And Tommy, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right. So I've got Raymond Parchment, 21 TR 12194.
Judge, if I'm not mistaken, this is an over 30 case.
Yes, sir.
If there's any way the court would entertain a no contest plea, a high fine, and 8 hours of traffic school.
Frankie.
I don't see a driving record. Give me just a minute.
I'm going to hand you a piece of paper that initial.
I don't see a driver's license at all.
You know, Parchment. Judge, is this part of the TR or CT case?
This is just a TR.
Parchment. The name rings a bell as part of a criminal case. I'm not sure if it's the same person. That's why.
Maybe. Give me just a moment. Because I'll be blunt with you, Mr. Kogler. If your client was driving that fast with no license, I probably would not be inclined to withhold.
Right.
Give me just a moment.
Right. And usually we do. I don't have it in front of me. File a motion to consolidate.
Sure. I don't see a motion to consolidate on the TR, but let me just double check and see if there's one pending on the CT, if there is one. Give me just a moment, please. Uh, 5421. All right, Mr. Kogler, you do represent Mr. Parchment on the no valid DL. There is not a motion to consolidate. Did you want? Oh, yes, there is. It just hasn't been addressed yet. Did you want to continue this to allow the? I'm not the presiding judge on the criminal case. Did you want to continue this so you can have a chance to have that addressed by the presiding judge?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Tommy, can I get another morning docket, please? Another pretrial. And by then, I imagine the motion will be addressed.
I have June 29th at 9 a.m.
Okay. Does that work for you, sir?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Big cheers. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
All right. All right. I've got a Karen Levine.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. I'm covering for Scott Hidnert.
Okay.
We have several cases. I believe 3 today.
Yes. Let me start with Elsie Delita Crespo Contreras, 21 TR 12560. Yes, ma'am.
If we can enter a no contest plea.
Sure. This appears to be a part of a criminal case as well. If you want to resolve it now, I would probably still adjudicate. Did you want to do that?
I was unaware it was part of a criminal case. Can I reset and do, I guess we'll do a motion to consolidate.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Tony, so the date we have is June 29th?
Correct.
All right. June 29th at 9 o'clock, as long as the computers are working.
All right.
All right. The next one I've got is Danielle Nicole Harding, 21 TR 12558.
That one we can resolve with a no contest plea.
All right. Yes, I can. All right. Clean driving record. All right, withhold of adjudication, $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Your Honor, are we
And,
going to pay?
Yeah, Tom, I'm doing 60 days to pay on all, unless specifically asked for more. All right, Lafort Mondesir, 21 TR 13085.
If we can resolve that with a no contest.
Okay. All right, withhold of adjudication, 150 fine plus cost. And the last one I've got is Amy de la Carida Bocos, 21 TR 13112.
I'm sorry, Amy what?
You make me say that again. Last name was Bocos, Bocos.
Oh, is this a mandatory one?
I believe so, yes.
I believe this was one we were going to file a motion to dismiss. There was no signature by the driver on a mandatory citation.
Give me just a moment. 21 TR 13112. Sometimes they file multiple copies and one of them does have a signature.
It does?
I don't know. I'm looking right now.
Oh, I saw 2 copies, neither with a signature. So
I agree. You want to just do it as an Ori tennis motion?
yes, please. Your Honor.
Great.
Thanks for that.
Right? Granted. Motion is granted. All right. And I think that's the last one, yes?
That is, I believe so. Thank you
Okay.
very much. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Stay safe, everyone.
Take care. Mr. Lucarelli, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay. This is the identical situation, Judge.
What's that?
Pretty high speed. He's done a 12-hour driving course. He's also done probably about 100 hours of community service and his vehicle's been taken away from him. But there is also no signature that I see on my copies of the citation.
Let me take a look.
I would make a motion to dismiss as well.
All right. This is 21 TR 12767. Austin Francis Antonelli. All right. No, it was not signed by the defendant. All right. Motion to dismiss is granted. Please do me a favor and yell at your client for me.
Just let me tell you, he was going to be here in my office this morning, but he's on a family trip with his parents, obviously. But let me tell you, this is an honors student. I don't know what was on his mind in this case, but he did the 12-hour course. He's done the 100 hours of community service. We've taken his father's taken his car away from him, except for the nights that he works delivering pizzas. And he's starting college next year. He's an honor student. This is just hopefully an honor.
Listen, I trust you, Mr. Lucarelli, to smack him around for me a little bit, okay?
Well, appreciate it, Judge. We'll take care of it. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Bye. All
right. Mr. Frank, good morning.
Morning. I can go for a little pizza right now. Yeah.
It's never a bad time for pizza, is there?
No.
All right.
I got a few I'm covering for. Can we take care of those first before I forget? One is Cunningham, the last name. That's for
the defendant or the lawyer?
The defendant is Fiola Cunningham. The attorney is Mindy Sohn.
Okay.
And that she just wants set. I have no motions on that.
All right.
Good record.
Tell me, when is my when the trial dates are we setting?
July 7th.
All right. Wait, 5/7?
July
7th. All right, July 7th at 1:30.
Okay. And one more coverage case. The attorney is Laramie Thompson,
okay.
And the defendant is Polenko. And that would be the same thing, a set.
Okay. July 7th at 1:30. He has one more.
Does he? Oh, they didn't
Yeah.
make me aware of that. And what's
Morgan Hines, 21TR12800.
what's the record on that one look like?
Let me take a look. Well, bad enough that he had a 12-point suspension at one point.
Okay.
But you know, he's been good for the last 4 years.
Do a withheld and court costs and fine. I probably wouldn't get in trouble for taking that without school.
She. I can do a withhold a standard fine and costs without school.
How fast was it?
90 to 70.
Okay, let's just go ahead and do that.
All right. Withhold 175 plus costs.
50 days. Okay. And the last one is actually mine. Mitchell Frank, Jennifer Costello, and
12654. Yes, sir.
yeah, I was looking at the court's copy of the citation, and I also don't see any signature of the defendant.
Let's take a look. Nope. Motion
Motion to dismiss, please.
granted.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's it, and hope you don't have any more technical problems.
Here's hoping. All right,
Okay,
sir. Have a
see
good
you
one.
next time. Thank you. Bye now.
Got Mr. Delgado.
Morning, Your Honor. How are you today?
Good morning, sir.
I'm covering for Christina DeCaro today, Your Honor, for Jonathan Namey. That's 20TR020890.
Yes, sir.
Yes, is there any chance we can get a withhold on this one, Your Honor?
Let me take a look. Yes. All right. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus costs.
You said a $60 fine, sir?
Yes, sir. Total is 163.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I think this
That's all for me today.
All right. Have a good one. Mr. Culhane. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, Your Honor. We're looking to change our plea from not guilty to no contest. We're looking for a withhold standard fine.
All right. This is Isaiah Humphrey, 21TR112. I can do a withhold with school. There were 2 speeding tickets in the last 2 years.
All right. Can we do a 4-hour school?
Yes, sir.
All right. 60 days.
Yes, sir.
All right. That sounds
Right.
like a plan. And what's the total fine?
175 fines. The total is 278. So withhold 175 fine plus cost for our driving school.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. Attorney, I've got Amanda Garant. I'm so
Good
sorry.
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing well.
Okay, this is Emily Sangdala, 21TR012173, and we are looking to resolve today. However, paying is a severe financial hardship, so we're asking for as much time as possible to pay and a reduced fine.
Well, it's more than 30 over, so I don't know about a reduced fine. But I can give some time.
This was 63 and a 45.
63. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it said
It's
63 and 35. I misread it. Thank you for correcting me. Okay. I'm sorry. I misread it. All right. So that changes it quite a bit for me. All right. I can do a withhold adjudication. Records clean. Withhold adjudication, standard fine is $150.
Anything, Judge?
I can do a $50 fine. Withhold $50 fine plus cost. I took $100 off the fine and 90 days to pay.
That's acceptable. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Is that your only one today?
Yes, it is. So I was having some technical difficulties. So that's a $50 fine. Did you say costs?
Yes. So
103
103 costs. Yes, ma'am.
and 90 days. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Mr. Carney, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Lee Carney here. How are you today?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
Okay. I have one case this morning, sir. That is Wilfredo Alvarino, 21 TR 11987.
Okay.
All right. Speed here, sir. I'm inquiring, is the defect on the citation fatal as to the calibration of the equipment shown here?
What is that?
Stalker dual radar number 51-2020 calibration.
Oh. I don't think it's facially deficient to the point where it would be grounds for dismissal. That's something I think would have to be raised at trial if it's merely a typo and it should say 21, that's not grounds for dismissal. But if in fact it had not been properly calibrated for over a year, then it would be. But that's a trial.
All right. Well, let us set it for hearing then, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. July 7th, right, Tom?
Correct.
All right. July 7th at 1:30.
All right, that's fine. All right, that is what I have this morning, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Unger? Mr. Unger, are you there? I saw you just a moment ago. All right, I'll come back to you, sir. Mr. McGann.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. I've got Monique Elise Evans, 21 TR 13279.
Yes, John, we're asking to set it for a traffic trial. She
Sure.
does have a pending unrelated or related case. I want to file a motion to consolidate, but we'd ask for another court date.
Well, you want a separate trial or you want a pretrial if you're going to file a motion to consolidate?
If we could set it for a pretrial, that would be fine. And then it should fall off.
That's fine. Tom, can we get another pretrial docket, please?
Yes, that's June 29th at 9 a.m.
June 29th, 9 o'clock. All right. I've also got Adalberto Cazares, Moises Adalberto Cazares, 21 TR 10633.
Yes, Your Honor. He's interested in resolving his case.
Okay.
And this is unrelated to the pending DUI and careless driving case. I think it happened 2 weeks after this.
Okay. No problem. All right. Before all that happened, he had a perfectly clean driving record. All right. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus costs. All right. And then Abil Gomez Velasquez, 21 TR 12201.
We're also asking to set it for a traffic trial.
Sure.
Court date. This is viewing YouTube while driving, so it should be an interesting one.
All right. Oh dear. Okay. July 7th, 1:30.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
What an extraordinarily bad idea it would be to sit there and watch YouTube while driving. All right. Mr. Unger, are you there?
They were probably watching your hearings, Judge.
I can say right now, I think I'm up to, I hope you, I have 28 subscribers. I am on my way to internet stardom. All right. All All right, Mr. Unger, are you there? Nope. All right, I'll come back. I've got Attorney Ken Dion.
And Judge, just so you know, Mr. Unger's been on another hearing that I was on too. He's actually speaking, so he should be right back.
I figured he would be. I just don't want to think that I miss him. All right.
Good morning, I'm here.
Good morning, counsel. How are you?
Good, I have Samantha Frost,
All right.
and this is a change of play.
All right, 21 TR 12106. This is 94 and a 70 with a pretty good driving record. All right. Withhold of adjudication 175 plus cost.
Okay, thank you, have a good day.
You too, sir. Take care. All right. Jonathan Jaffe.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
I'm here on behalf of Kevin Hagan.
Okay.
I represent Carlos Jose Cid Messon.
I'm sorry, and who's the attorney of record?
Kevin Hagan.
I don't see a Kevin Hagan. May I get your client's name again, please?
Carlos Jose Cid Messon. 2021 TR 012361.
All right. Hey, Tommy, just so you can see what I'm looking at. The notice of appearance was filed on May 17th, but I'm not showing Mr. Hagan as attorney of record in the computer. So we just need to fix that.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, counsel. Go ahead. What would you like to do?
I'd like to hear the potential resolution, Judge.
Into the driving record. Okay, I do a withholding court cost.
I'll take it, Your Honor.
All right, withhold adjudication court costs.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too as well.
All right. Mr. Menendez? Attorney Frank Menendez? All right, I'll come back to you. Mr. Alexander? Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Nicholas Chapatea.
Okay. Are you covering for somebody?
I'm from Schwartz and Associates, Your Honor.
Just a moment.
And maybe under Gilardoni.
Nope. May I get your client's name, please?
Jorge Nicholas Chapatea Gilardoni. Maybe either under C or G.
All right. Let's see. Not under G. Let's try under C.
It's under C, Your Honor.
There we go. All right. Under the Jonathan Schwartz. Okay. Yes, sir. This is 21 TR 6224. Go ahead, please.
Your Honor, what would the potential resolution be for this as well as 21 TR 6224?
Oh, two cases. All right. Look at the other one. Have they fixed our address?
No, Your Honor, he's not able to. He doesn't have the proper paperwork.
Okay. All right. On the speeding ticket, I can do a withhold 150 fine plus costs. And on the fail to change address, I could do a withholding costs.
That would be excellent, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Tommy, did you get both of those?
How much time?
Oh, hold on. Tommy?
Yes, I got them both. I just need a second to enter them.
Okay. 60 days to pay on both. Does that work for you, sir?
That should be fine.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Have
sir.
a great
Have a good one. All right, Mr. Menendez, are you there? All right.
Hi, Your Honor. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. All right.
Yeah, I just have one. It's Green Wheeler. Daniel Green.
Daniel Wheeler Green, 21 TR 13201.
And I'll resolve it, Your Honor.
Okay. 98 and 70. And not a bad record. All right. Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's all I have.
All right. Thanks, sir. Have a good
I'll
one.
subscribe, by the way, to the YouTube channel.
Thank you. They say, I think when you hit 100,000, you get to monetize. So I'm almost there.
Oh, almost.
Second career. All right. Take care. Mr. Salty.
Good morning, Judge. How you doing?
Well, sir, how are you?
Good. It's funny. I was reading that article about that girl who checked in that noodle on the Southwest airline. She said she had like 5 or 10 followers. Now she's up like 20,000 or something on her. Yeah, crazy. See, she's gonna do something viral.
My kids watched that show. The kid's name is Ryan, and I don't know how many subscribers get, but apparently the kid makes $20 million a year making goofy videos with his parents.
Yep, it's insane.
I went into the wrong line of work.
It's insane.
All right.
Just have one Brian Cantor with a C.
21 TR 13109.
Just seeking a withhold, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Let me take a look. All right. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. Take care.
You too. Have a good one.
Yep.
Guy Fronston. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Guy Fronston, and for the record, I'm standing in for Nicholas Torres, who's an associate attorney in our firm. He's currently in jury trial before Judge Bonavita in the 15th Circuit.
Thank you for letting me.
So Mr. Torres texted me regarding the client, Jerry McTide, who's before Your Honor this morning. Mr. Torres' text said that he would like to consolidate these with the criminal case that's before Judge Crown. So I guess we're going to anticipate him filing a motion to consolidate.
No problem. Do you want to just continue these to another pretrial and give you time to get the motion consolidation addressed?
Yes, Your Honor. That'd be great. Thank you.
All right. Tell me both cases on June 29th, please.
Okay.
At 9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 a.m.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Paz, how are you?
Morning, Judge.
It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. I've got more than a couple. If you want to get people out a little quicker, Judge, I have no problem waiting.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Mr. Rahib.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I've got just one individual, 79 to 70, looking for withhold if it's available.
All right. This is Santo Michel, 21 R 12118. All right. Hasn't had a ticket for a couple of years. I could do a withhold $25 fine plus cost.
Yes, Judge. Can I think he just had a kid. Can I get 90 days?
Yes, sir. I can do that. 90 days. Okay. All right.
Nice day, sir.
All right. Thank you. You too. Take care. All right. Brandon Jones.
Yes, Judge, I'm present.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I have it's a tough one, Judge. Starts with a K.
Kutsayev, is how I pronounce that. I could be completely wrong.
I think you did much better than I would do.
All right. 21 TR 10580. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Looking to resolve it, Judge. If the court be inclined to do a withhold, I'd be inclined to change the plea.
Okay. I can do a withhold with school. The speed's not that bad, but there was a prior speeding ticket just last year.
No contest, Judge. That's fine. Thank you.
All right. Withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus cost.
And then, Judge, I'm not sure if we're on the 10 o'clock docket or how Your Honor works that. I have one on the 10 o'clock.
No, sir. I've got you at 9. I can address it now.
Okay, excellent. Torres, Miranda.
All right. 21 TR 12792.
Judge, I don't have a ticket and I don't have a copy of his ticket in a file. Would the court be inclined to take a look to see if the defendant actually signed the ticket?
I'll take a look.
Thank you, Judge.
21 TR 12792. I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised that FHP is still not having people sign tickets. I was specifically asked about this issue, and I told them that I was presented with case law that supported dismissal. If they don't get a signature on the mandatories, they have to do it. They're still not doing it. So, okay, 12792. Let's take a look. No, they did not get the defendant's signature. You have a motion?
Motion to dismiss, Judge.
Granted.
Thank you, sir. I believe that's all that I have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
You too, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Nunez. Good morning.
Morning, Judge. Judge, can I just be recalled in 1 second? I just want to check something out on my citation.
Sure, sure. Mr.
Thank
Gonzalez.
you.
Carlos Gonzalez, good morning. All right. Mr. Spellman.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right. Judge, I apologize. Do I have Mr. Muniz Santizo this morning? Who do we have on the TR docket?
I've got Anthony Michael Hicks under your name.
Mr. Hicks. Judge, that's a companion to a newer criminal case. I would ask if we could have a continuance.
Sure. I can do June 29th on both. He has 2 tickets. June 29th on both, give you a chance to file your motion to consolidate.
I will file a motion to consolidate, Judge, before then, and that date is fine, Your Honor. Do you mind repeating that, Judge?
Sure. June 29th at 9 o'clock for pre-trial.
9 o'clock. Very well, Judge, and I'll file that motion as soon as I can.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Unger, coming back to you. Can you hear me? Are you still in court? All right, he must still be in court. Mr. Gonzalez? It looks like he's actually addressing somebody. He might be in another court now. All right, Mr. Pass.
Judge, if you want to try Mr. Nunez, and then I'll jump in. I just don't want anyone to wait. I've got like 9 cases or so.
No, I appreciate that. Mr. Nunez, are you ready to go? Or you want to wait a moment?
I'm okay, Judge. Your Honor, I'm going to request another 8:30 if I can get it. I haven't been able to get a hold of my client to get together on authority for what I can and cannot do this morning.
That's fine. But I'm not going to do 8:30. I can do 9.
That's fine, Judge.
All right. All right, June 29th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Mr. Paz, I appreciate your courtesy to the other attorneys. I really do.
Judge, you're going to need to do 8:30 to come in and boot up your computer.
Here's the thing. Obviously I was a trial lawyer for quite a while, and everyone hates judges who show up late, and everyone hates judges who show up too early. I try really hard to take the bench, either electronically or otherwise, at 9 o'clock. I try to get, hit that mark as close as possible. My poor assistant was trying to talk me off the ledge because I'm just sitting here in front of it. It felt like being like everyone's in the courtroom and I'm at the door and I can't get it unlocked. Is how it felt. It was driving me bonkers.
Sometimes things are out of our control, Judge.
So I'm sorry for that delay.
Not a problem. Let's Mr. Unger's popped on there. Why don't you see if you can help him?
Sir. Mr. Unger, are you ready? Can you hear me?
All right.
Still working. All right. You tried. You've been very courteous to your colleagues.
That's it.
All right. Who would you like to start with?
Whatever you have up top, Judge. So.
All right. I've got Jorge Luis Garcia Bello.
Yeah, he
should 1TR 8638. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
He should have 2 citations, Judge. He should have unlawful speed and a sunscreen.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to close both of those out.
All right. On the speeding ticket, I can do a withhold adjudication 175 plus costs. And on the sunscreen, did he fix it? Did he take it off? Do you know?
Judge, I still have a note that we're waiting for compliance, so we don't have it at this point. It may or may never come. You know how the kids are down here.
Fair enough. You just want to use these today. You and I are getting old, sir.
Yep.
You want to just resolve it?
Yeah.
All right. Withhold and court costs.
Thank you. What are the court costs on a new non-moving, Judge?
I think it's 83. Let's take a look. It's 83.
Thank you.
All right.
What was that on the sunscreen again? My computer glitched.
Yes, sir. On the sunscreen one.
What's the fine?
No fine.
Okay, just
because he's paying a fine on the speeding ticket too.
Perfect.
All right. Christy Jean Osceola, two cases, 21 TR 10104 and 10113.
Yeah, let's close them out, Judge.
Okay. Open container of alcohol. Not sure I can do that. Open container of alcohol and 2 unbelted minors in the front seat.
I understand, Judge.
Sorry, you want to set it?
Yep, let's go ahead and set it.
All right.
They pick me, Judge. I don't pick them.
And you can be a very good lawyer, but you're not necessarily a miracle worker.
Nope.
Not all the time, anyway. Roberto Valera, 21 TR 11325.
Let's close them out, Judge.
All right. All right. Withhold adjudication 175 plus cost. Juan Carlos Roque, 21 TR 11354.
Close it out.
Passing within 100 feet of intersection approach on left turn lane. Your client has an excellent driving record, so I'm going to do the appropriate thing, which is withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus cost. But it looks like they got pulled over for dive bombing.
For what?
I call it dive bombing. Just someone who doesn't want to wait on the big line of cars, and at the last second, they dive bomb in. I don't know. This is apparently passing within 100 feet of an intersection approach is the legal definition of dive bombing.
But Judge Michael Brown's definition is dive.
I don't know what else to call it. There's an on ramp here that it's notorious for that. The traffic backs up, half a mile, and everyone, no one wants to wait, and so they'll wait until literally at the last possible second before the on ramp actually starts to go to the highway, and everyone just dives in at the last second.
I'm sure we're all a little guilty at some point.
I don't know. I really don't. I suppose I come up with a legal name for it, but I like mine better. All right.
I love it.
21 TR 11415, Barbara Garcia Morales and Luis Guerra Vasquez. I never seen anyone ticketed for it. So there you go.
Yeah, we can close both of those out, Judge.
Yes, sir. 99 to 70. A lot of activity on the driving record for Basically nothing. All right. On the speeding ticket, withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost. Oh, and that's the only one for this person. Okay. All right. Luis Guerra Vasquez.
Close it out.
21 TR 12492.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right. Withhold of adjudication, 175 plus cost. Eunice Rosales, 21 TR 12495.
Close it out, Judge.
Okay. Withhold 175 plus cost. Amato Yanis, 21 TR 12826.
Yeah, let's see if we can close him out, Judge. He had something in 2019. Still tough to believe it's 2021 now. We lost 2020.
I prefer to let that whole year just go right down the memory hole.
Right.
All right. Withhold $30 fine plus cost. Yeah. Michael Dowling, 21 TR 13103.
Let's close it.
Full adjudication, 175 plus cost. Julio Ernesto Triana Carmona, 21 TR 13126.
Yeah, and that's an accident, Judge. We're going to go ahead and set that.
All right. July 7th at 1:30.
Thank you, sir.
I think that's all of them, yeah?
I think so. Was the Osceola, which we set previously, would that also be on the 7th, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Have a good day, Judge. I'll see you soon.
You too. Take care.
I'll leave you with these two guys here.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Mr. Unger, Mr. Gonzalez, are you both done? You seem both to be in another courtroom.
Yes, sorry, Judge.
No, it's not a problem at all. I
Mr.
appreciate
Unger,
it.
go ahead.
Thank you. I only have one, actually one with 2 tickets.
No problem.
So we'd like to resolve Tamara Florence, please.
Okay. 21 TR 11042 and 11045. And gentlemen, both of you, thank you for your patience today. I'm so sorry for being
Thank you.
I really am.
Oh, no worries.
That's okay. So I'm just curious, what statute would be considered dive bombing?
It was passing within 100 feet of an intersection. I knew there had to be a thing, but no one ever gets ticketed for it. That's it. Passing within 100 feet of an intersection. Dive bombing.
Okay.
If you got a better name for that activity, I'm all ears.
I thought it was when the trooper in the aircraft goes low and catches somebody. I guess not. That's not dive bombing.
That's not dive bombing, unless he actually starts dropping things onto the people.
Okay.
They haven't started doing that yet.
All right. See, a lot of people say to me, "What did you learn in court today?" I learned about dive bombing.
Dive bombing.
This is important.
Right. Yeah, they come swooping in at the last second, and they cut everybody off.
Yes. Okay. I learned something today.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. If you have a moment, I actually read an entire academic article on that behavior and the pros and cons versus whether or not it's more efficient for traffic flow to just have everybody wait in the line or to allow some people to cut in at the last second. And there is literally an academic dispute about people who are traffic engineers as to which is the better way to have traffic flow.
Which one is the best one?
I'm that geeky that I will read an article about that. Yes.
So which one was the right argument?
They both just, I don't know. I'm personally of the opinion you should just wait your turn, right? Because you wouldn't do that at Publix. If you're sitting there in line and you got your cart and you just for a moment forget to move up to put your cart there, no one's going to dive their cart in there and cut you off and say, well, you you left a spot. So I'm of the school of thought you should wait your turn like everybody else. But apparently there is an argument by traffic engineers that actually is a more efficient way to move traffic into that gap.
Okay, that's good to know. And you know something? If I see someone dive bomb my Publix, I'll let you know.
Please. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen someone say, well, you should have been faster. You left a gap, so here I go. And then
I'm going to tell him Judge Brown said that's frowned upon. You really shouldn't dive bomb a Publix.
Here's the funny thing. When I'm sitting there at Publix, I'm just Mike Brown. I'm not Judge Brown. And so I don't think I would actually say anything to anybody.
Okay. You don't have jurisdiction over Publix?
I do not have jurisdiction over Publix, at least not when I'm just sitting there buying some groceries. No. And frankly, I don't want to be that guy who calls someone out for behaving badly.
Okay. So I have to know this. What happens if you're at Publix and you're on the 10 or under line and someone cuts in with 13? Do you call them out?
Oh, then you actually get to string them up outside of the Publix as a warning to all others who would put more than 10 items in their cart. Yes.
Okay.
It's in the rules. You should read them.
All right. I'll have to review my Publix shopping rules. All right. So, and by the way, just a parting comment before you make a ruling.
Yes, sir.
Clearly, Judge, by this conversation, you have not been to Walmart. They're cutting everything at Walmart. No, there's no line. It's pandemonium.
If there's one thing I have started to enjoy a lot more in the last year is online shopping.
I agree. There's no line there.
No,
okay.
There's no line.
All right, I won't take up any more court time. I apologize. Change the plea if possible on Florence.
All right, and for everyone else who's listening, I apologize for taking us down that route. All right, but it's always good talking to you, sir. All right, on the speeding ticket, withhold 175 plus cost. Actually, hold on. I can do withhold with school.
Okay, Judge.
All right, on the speeding, withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus cost.
Okay.
On the seatbelt ticket, withhold $30 fine plus cost.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, sir.
All right, I learned a lot today, Judge. Thank you. Be safe out there.
Good talking to you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Mr. Gonzalez, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I have a few matters, not too many. First one I can call, give me 1 second so I can put this over here, is Yanet Rodriguez Perez.
Okay.
And I believe that's a speeding citation. I reviewed it. There's no motions, Judge. We'd like to resolve, please, with the best court offer possible.
Okay. All right, withhold adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you, Judge. And is that how much time to pay on those, judges? So I have it right.
I'm doing 60. Unless,
okay, perfect.
Unless you need more.
60 is fine, Judge. Thank you. Just want to make sure I write it on the file.
Yes, sir.
I have Lee Norms Lewis. I don't know if it's under Lewis, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Similar situation, Judge. Just like to resolve, please.
All right, 21 TR 10746. Hold on a moment.
I think his license was suspended because of this. I'm just looking over.
Really? Oh, yeah, because of a failure to appear before you were hired.
Yeah, we paid the late fee for him.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't suspended now.
It doesn't appear that way?
No, we reinstated it. I was just double checking.
Okay. The speed is very high. But he's got a very good driving record otherwise, and has had a license for some time. I can do a withhold with the 8-hour driving school.
And Judge, for whatever reason, I don't have the speed amount here. It's blurry. What was the actual speed on it, so I can?
117. But your clients had a driving record, a driver's license for 20 years without. So
Understood. The copy of my ticket is blurry, so I saw the ones. I just didn't know what followed.
Yes.
So yes, Judge, and that will be an 8-hour that you can do online, Judge.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Judge.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said no. That's perfect, Judge. Thank you.
All right, withhold 8-hour driving school, $250 fine plus costs. I said, and I'm only doing that because, like I said, your client's had a driver's license for 20 years, and this is the first ticket. So.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Andres Perez, 21 TR 12597.
And same thing, Judge. I know it's a speeding 95 and a 70. And looking to resolve, please. No motions.
No problem. This is a bit different. This individual has got quite a few tickets on the record, including a 105 and a 70 just a few years ago. You want to set this?
Sure, Judge. We'll set it.
All right. July 7th at 1:30. And are you calling for anybody today, or is that it?
I think that's it, Judge.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Mr. Todd, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
I'm sorry if I'm running a little bit slow today. Having some technical difficulties.
That's all right. I'm covering a bunch of cases as well as my own docket.
Yes, sir. You want to start with the coverage ones first?
Let's do, please.
Okay. Where would you like to start?
Let's start with Attorney Milrot cases. I have last name Destine, 21 TR 12636.
Okay.
Your Honor, in these coverage cases, I will say I don't have the benefit of a driving record. This case here is cited for 65 and a 45. I understand that's a little bit of a reduced speed. We're looking for a withhold here.
All right. That's fine. The defendant's got a clean driving record. Withhold adjudication 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Oh, well. 7245. It is a commercial vehicle. I can do the withhold with the 4-hour driving school.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right. So, Tommy, withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus cost.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, sir. Next one.
It's last name Sanhubert, 21 TR 9695. Your Honor, this is a speeding infraction, 48 and 25 at a toll plaza. I don't know if it matters to this court. It did occur at 12:52 a.m., so not prime congestion hour.
No, but it says workers present.
Yes, sir.
And there was a prior speeding ticket in 20. So
okay. Let's set this one.
Yes, sir. July 7th at 1:30.
Thank you. And last name Thalusma, 21 TR 12831.
I've also got 12817.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Expired license and Did Mr. Milrod tell you whether or not his client's able to reinstate?
Your Honor, I looked just prior to logging in. With complete candor, Your Honor, the license has currently been renewed.
Okay.
It is pending an FR suspension on the 11th, but it's currently valid and has been renewed.
Okay, so at least as far as the expiration, that has been taken care of.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, then they'll have to deal with the suspension part. But if the person was eligible to renew and did so, then that ticket will be dismissed.
Thank you.
So 21 TR 12817 is dismissed, and then 12831, which is a speeding ticket.
Yes, sir. It's fast.
It is.
I don't know what the driving record looks like. I don't know if that would matter.
The driving record is not terrible, but it's very new. There's one moving violation in 19, but the driving record only goes back. It only goes to 2018.
Okay.
Do you want to set this one?
Let's set this one.
All right. July 7th at 1:30.
And Your Honor, we've got one more July 7th left.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think that's it for Mr. Milrod. Who else are we covering for today?
Attorney Golden.
All right.
There's last name Johnson, first name Stephen, 21 TR 11029.
Okay.
This is a 69 and a 70.
Um, 69 to 40.
Oh, it is? Did I write that down wrong? I'm sorry.
Well, if someone was going 1 mile an hour under the limit,
yes, sir. That
I would question that officer's judgment.
You know what? That's why you're on the bench and not me, I guess. You're making sense.
Yeah, I try very hard to make sense anytime I'm doing my job.
Yes, sir.
I don't always
Okay.
succeed, but I try.
69 and a 40. Okay. Gosh, I can't believe I said that.
All right.
Okay.
Oof. Not a good driving record. However, no, not a good driving record. I was going to say there was a bit of a break, but then I got to the next page.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and set it, and this will be the last one for July 7th.
All right, sir.
All right. So July 7th at 1:30, and then Tommy, what's going to be the next date after that?
The next date's July 14th.
All right, thank you. All right, go ahead, sir. Next one.
Last name Pilasov, 21 TR 10644. Your Honor, this I don't know if a written motion has been filed.
No.
I'm going to make an Ori Tennis motion to dismiss a Robinson argument. It says aggressive careless driving, but there's no crash and there's no indication to define the terms careless on the citation.
And the person has a careless driving prior ticket in 2019. But you're right. The motion to dismiss is granted.
Thank you. Ribeiro, 21 TR 11193.
Okay.
This is 91 and a 70.
Yes, sir. I can do a withhold with school. The defendant's got, prior speeding ticket in 2019, another prior speeding ticket in 2016.
Yes, sir.
All right, withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus costs.
What
Thank
was the name of the defendant again, Your Honor?
Ribeiro, RIB.
What's the case number? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It just,
It's 11193.
just I clicked it away right when you asked.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, that was 175.
Yes, sir. With a 4-hour driving school.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so up to Tamara Florence. Or did we already do that?
We did Chadman Florence already.
All right, sorry. Fidel, nope, no. One more golden ticket, I'm sorry. Juliana Ruiz de la Roche. Do you have that one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 21 TR 12564.
Yes, sir. This looks like a speed 93 and 70 here.
All right. One prior speeding ticket. I can do a withhold.
All right.
Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and that's it for Mr. Golden. Who are you covering for anybody else?
Your Honor, I believe that's all my coverage.
All right. Because I've got the other attorneys that I have in the docket were Mr. Galanter, Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. McLaughlin, Miss Morrison. What's that?
We did Gonzalez already.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor,
Yumila Diaz Tabarez.
Oh, no,
we
that's
did
Alex
that?
Gonzalez. Sorry.
Yep.
Is it Yale Galanter?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, I don't have any notes that I'm supposed to be covering for Attorney Galanter. However, when I'm covering for Golden and Milrod, Galanter's usually on that list. So I believe it was just an oversight from Attorney Greenberg and sending me the list I'm going to cover for Mr. Galanter.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
How many cases are there?
Just one.
Okay. Can I get the case number, please?
Yes, sir. It's 21 TR 12952. And say hi to Harvey for me.
All right.
He's a good man.
12952. Is this a speeding infraction alleged, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. It's alleged 73 in a 50.
Okay.
And it's a good driving record. One prior moving violation, which is in 21, but it was a failure to yield the right of way.
All right, sir. Should you do just a regular withhold with a fine?
I can do that.
Okay.
Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
All right. You know, my concern is that because I got started so late, there may have been a couple of attorneys who gave up waiting. I hope not, but I'll deal with that at the end. All right. So the rest of the docket is yours.
All right.
Do we just do alphabetical order?
Yes, sir.
All right. Pamela Alvarado Rosado, 21 TR 12524.
Yes, Your Honor. This is a speeding infraction. My client has been licensed since 2016. The only prior violation was in March of this year, a careless driving citation withheld in Pinellas County, a voluntary election of school. The goal here, my client hopes to receive another withhold. Obviously, my client cannot elect school.
No.
I don't see on the record what type of school that was.
I'm sure if it was an election, just the typical 4-hour school.
Okay. Your Honor, we're looking for a withhold in this case. It's on the interstate. It's 92 and a 70. It's not approaching triple digits. Would you consider a withhold in this case?
Yes. But I don't know what point doing another 4 hours of driving school would do. It was just done 3 months ago. Give me just a moment. I can do a withhold with a higher fine, if that's acceptable.
Okay, sir. I think that's fair. And I appreciate your approach in considering this.
Sure. I mean, like you said, it's not an outrageous speed for the highway. It's in fairly close proximity. So withhold of adjudication, $250 fine plus cost.
Thank you. And Your Honor, I understand too that I'm not trying to shoot myself in the foot here. I understand a lot of drivers, because sometimes withholds of adjudication seem to be fairly easily obtained. It doesn't feel like there's a consequence towards learning your lesson. I am seeing a number of clients or people that call me on the phone, and it's almost like I'll get another ticket and get the same favorable result without it clicking.
When I did traffic defense, I could get a withhold for somebody 10 times in a row. On the 11th one, when they finally got points, I would get yelled at for 30 minutes. It's part of the deal. For some people, having to pay $350 is really enough to get them to slow down. For other folks, it's just money until they start getting points. But I leave that between you and your clients to figure out.
Yes, sir.
All right. I've got Daron Orango, 21TR11712.
Yes, sir. We would enter a change of plea in this case. This is it's a good driving record. There is a prior unlawful speed in 2018, 9 over, and a crash investigation in 16.
Okay. It's really not. It's not a bad record. Withhold adjudication 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Kiara Badillo, 21TR12586.
This is a change of plea, Your Honor. I think this is a first infraction for my client.
It certainly appears to be. All right. Withhold 150 fine plus cost. Marcos Barroso, 21TR12958.
Yes, sir. This it's a traffic control device related to speed. It's a clean record. We would enter a change of plea.
All right. Once again, this is speeding in a dump truck, so I can do the withhold, but with the 4-hour driving school.
Yes, sir. We'll accept that.
All right. Withhold 4-hour driving school, $60 fine plus cost. Yenia Berra Espinoza, 21TR8802. Failure to change address. Has that been fixed?
Let me see, Your Honor. We had attempted contact with person. Let me double check that. Can we reset the pretrial on this one? 4 days ago, we had discussed this citation with the client, and the client was supposed to return to us proof that it's been fixed.
No.
Client says it's been fixed, but I don't have an exhibit to show the court.
Well, give me just a moment. I can, if she says it's been fixed, I can look it up. I've got access to David.
Okay.
Give me just a moment. All right, it's been fixed.
Thank you.
Dismissed. She fixed it over a month ago, too. All right, Roger Matthew Barrios Cabrera, 21 TR 13063.
Yes, sir. We'd enter a change of plea in this case. This appears to be a first ticket for my client.
Okay. All right. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Yosef Boromans, 21 TR 12821.
Your Honor, this is a red signal, no crash. We would enter a change of plea. My client has a prior seatbelt ticket, but this instant matter appears to be the first moving violation.
No, there was a seatbelt ticket last year, but it's all right. All right, you want to resolve it today?
Yes, sir.
All right, withhold of adjudication. 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Ms. Orange, you signed in. However, I couldn't help but notice you were driving. So do me a favor, if you can hear me, pull over, stop someplace safe. And when you're not moving, just go ahead and unmute your mic and I can address your case, okay? All right.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Catalina Bruno, 3 cases. I've got 21 TR 10370, 10391, and 10395.
Let me see here. What was the last name?
Bruno, Catalina Maritza Bruno. Failure to provide proof of insurance. Open container of alcohol. And failure to yield.
Sir, let me, I don't have that
Give me a moment.
in front of me here. I got to pull it up on my.
Sure.
This case is assigned to me.
It's got your name on it.
I have to find it in my computer here.
No problem. And there's no companion criminal case.
Okay. Can I get, I'm sorry to make you repeat, can I get the case numbers again, please?
Sure, no problem. It's 21 TR 10370, 10391, and 10395.
Okay, let me pull those up now, Your Honor.
No problem.
Could we
I can come back around to it, yeah.
well, let me see here. This there's a crash involved. Let's schedule a hearing for each of these, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. We said all 3 on July 14th, right, Tom? All right, July 14th at 1:30, all 3 cases.
Thank you.
Okay. Worslins Brutus. I think I got close.
I think so, Your Honor.
21 TR 7794.
Yes, Your Honor. Let me see here. Your Honor, I had filed a motion to dismiss a vagueness argument, Robinson argument in this case on the 3rd of June.
Yep. The motion is granted.
Thank you.
Ernesto Carrasco Hernandez, 21 TR 12941.
Yes, Your Honor. This is traffic control device related to speed. Your Honor, my client has a prior speeding infraction, only one prior violation in Lee County for unlawful speed, which was much faster prior. This instant matter, you'll note, is a commercial driver. Looks like he was operating a commercial vehicle at the time. Would you consider a withhold in some fashion in this case to resolve it today?
I'm sorry, no, I'm not comfortable doing that given the prior one.
Okay, let's
You want to set it?
let's schedule this one.
Yes, sir. July 14th, 1:30.
Thank you.
Antonio Chacon Ars, 21 TR 12888.
Yes, Your Honor. Would you consider a withhold with a school? In this case, this is my client's second speeding infraction.
I'll be honest. I can do that, but I'd be willing to do it without school too. But
okay, I mean, because that other one was back in 2017, I guess.
it was a few years ago. Yeah.
Okay, let me retract that school statement.
All right. Withhold adjudication 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Verano Charleston, 21 TR 6823.
Sorry, what was that case number?
21 TR.
That's mine, Your Honor.
Oh,
okay.
It was. I'm sorry. Ms. Orange, are you someplace safe at the moment, or would you like me to get back to you when you parked?
I'm pulling into my driveway in maybe a minute and a half.
Okay, just chime back in when you're in your driveway. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. Navy Chinea Toledo, 21 TR 11866.
Yes, sir. This is a change of plea, Your Honor. My client's been licensed since 2016. This appears to be a first offense.
All right. Withhold adjudication 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Shaquille Colon Rodriguez, 2 tickets, 21 TR 12581 and 12600. Speeding and
license restriction.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Restriction. Oh, not wearing glasses. Okay.
This would you consider a withhold on each of these, Your Honor? My client has not had any citations since 2016. It looks like October of 2016 was not a good month.
We may be looking at a different driving record.
Oh.
What I'm looking at, I only see one entry, but it was a careless driving in 2000. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Disposition was 19. The offense was 2016. You're right. I'm sorry. You were correct.
Okay. Keeping me on my toes.
I saw the disposition date.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what 3 years to resolve, but it did. All right. Yes, I can do the withhold. Withhold 175 for the speeding ticket plus court costs. And then for the corrective lenses, withholding costs.
Thank you.
Dayrun Concheso Batista, 21 TR 1300.
Yes, sir. We would enter a change of plea in this case. It's a good record.
All right. Withhold of adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Ernesto Daniel Cordero, 21 TR 12497. Dump truck, right lane, passing cars. Oh.
Gunnar, this is 11 over in a 45 zone.
Yep.
Would you consider a withhold?
Yeah, but I would do it with this. But I would do it with school.
And that's based off of the type of vehicle.
Yeah, and a prior careless driving ticket, in 2017. I'm just, if they're going to drive these, giant, heavy dump trucks.
Okay, we'll accept that, Your Honor.
They're held to a higher standard. All right, withhold 4-hour driving school, $100 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Ariel Cordova Lopez, 21 TR 10889.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to enter a change of plea here. Last violation was 5 years ago. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 years ago.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
All right, Robert Cruz, 21 TR 11276.
Yes, sir. This is a good record. We would change our plea to no contest.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Gerardo Dayens Avila, 2 tickets. 21 TR 13200 and 13219. Altered exhaust system.
Sir, we'll request a hearing on both.
Okay. All right, July 14th at 1:30. And Mr. Todd, if you'll excuse me for just one moment, let me go ahead and address Ms. Orange, okay?
Of course.
Thank you, sir. All right. Good morning.
Honor.
I feel much more comfortable talking to you at your desk than behind the wheel. I just don't want to be the judge. What's that?
I left my ID at the bank and I was just circling back everywhere I went, and I finally went back and they found my ID. So sorry.
Thank goodness. That's a scary day.
I know.
Yeah, I just don't want to end up with a lawyer crashing her car while talking to the judge in traffic court. That's
Judge Brown in traffic court.
Right. That's a bad look for both of us. Let's not do that. I'm glad you found your ID though. That's terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I have a car too, so I'm glad I found both.
All right.
So we're here. I got Morano Charleston. Your Honor, if we could continue this, I requested the video from CCSO.
Okay.
It sounds like my client wants to set this for a hearing, but if we could continue this to a 9 o'clock, perhaps by then I'll have the video and have an opportunity to go over it with him, and then we can weigh our options then.
No problem. Tommy, do I still have June 29th open?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, June 29th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Is that far enough out?
That's perfect.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Todd.
Sure.
All right, I've got Luis Miguel de la Cruz, 2 cases.
Yes, sir. There's a speeding infraction and a driving while license suspended. We filed an exhibit as it relates to 21 TR 12567, suspended license that's valid now.
Okay. Why was it suspended? Okay, that was just for an unpaid red light camera ticket.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do this. For 21 TR 12567, which is the DWLS, given that that has been fixed, that's dismissed.
Thank you.
But for 12535, if you want to set it,
Yes, sir.
the driving record's not good, and it's at high speed.
Sure, that sounds, you read my mind on that one.
All right. July 14th at 1:30, please.
Thank you.
Bianca Del Rey, 21 TR 11977.
Yes, sir. No contest. Clean driving record.
Okay. Withhold 150 plus costs.
Thank you.
Yamila Diaz Tabarez, 21 TR 9397.
Can I get that case number, please, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. 21 TR 9397. Defendant's name is Yamila Diaz Tabarez. Oh, sorry, that's not your case.
It's not? Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's one of the other attorneys. I apologize.
All right.
Modi Dover, 21 TR 128 12812.
Yes, sir. This is a speeding infraction, Your Honor. My client, you'll note the record has prior speeding violations, several, but they're all kind of old.
They're 15 years old.
Yes, sir. I'd like to resolve this if we could with a withhold.
Sure. Withhold adjudication 175 plus costs.
Thank you, sir.
Tabor Joseph Engler, 21 TR 11107.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, my computer froze. What do we do with Moti?
Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Are you good now? Is it working?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, apparently there was some like international internet problem today too.
Wow. Yeah, they were talking about it's a solar flare.
Was that what it was? That wonderful. Yeah, all kinds of websites and apps, government website, a whole bunch of things went down for about an hour or two this morning.
Yeah,
good grief.
What's that? Oh, all right. All right. So Tabor Joseph Engler.
Is this one assigned to me, Your Honor? I don't see it on my list here.
Yes, sir. This time it is.
Okay. Can I get the case number, please?
Yes, sir. 21 TR 11107.
Okay, let me pull that one up.
It's a 70 and a 35. On Oaks Boulevard, 70 miles an hour. Wow. Oh, late at night.
I'm taking a look now, Your Honor.
Sure.
Let's schedule this one, please, Your Honor.
Okay. July 14th at 1:30.
Thank you.
Gustavo Faria Perez, 21 TR 12395.
Sir, I had filed a Robinson argument motion to dismiss on the 3rd of this month as careless driving, no crash. There's no additional notes.
Apparently both careless and aggressive.
Yes, sir.
With nothing to explain what that means.
Correct.
Yep. Motion to dismiss is granted.
Thank you.
Aggressively careless. Okay. Ligia, sorry. Filgaris. Oh, I failed on that one. 21 TR 12529.
Yes, sir. Speeding infraction, we would enter a change of plea. This looks like a first offense.
All right. Withhold of adjudication, 175 plus costs, and my apologies to your client for absolutely demolishing her name. That was terrible.
All right.
All right. Nicholas Fonte, 21 TR 12104.
What's the case number?
21 TR 12104.
Okay, sir. I'm gonna have to pull that one up on my computer here.
No problem.
Your Honor, this is a speeding infraction. My client's received some kind of a break already on the speed. It looks like it was lowered to a non-mandatory appearance. The driving record
is not good.
It's not good. I think my client has other problems other than this ticket. We would enter a change of plea, Your Honor.
All right. With the understanding of what I'm likely to do.
Yes, sir.
All right. Adjudication of guilt, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
All right. Olga Victoria Fraga Leprovost, 21 TR 13058.
Yes, sir. This is a following too closely ticket. No crash indicated. As you consider a withhold, I see a driving record issued in 17. There's a prior speeding infraction in Collier County issued in March of 19.
My hesitation is that there was a crash in 19 and there was a failure to provide proof of insurance. So involved in a crash just 2 years ago and now following too closely. I understand this one isn't a crash, but given that I can do a withhold with school, if that's acceptable, I'd give her a break on the fine, but I think it's worth it to have her do a 4-hour driving school.
We'll accept that.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 4-hour driving school, no fine, but court costs.
Thank you.
For some people, sitting through 4 hours is the punishment of just making them sit there for 4 hours. But for some people, I think they might actually benefit from having to listen to that for a couple of hours. They might actually think about it a little bit more.
Well, that's the
it's the idea.
The intent, I think. Hopefully it works out.
I hope so. Never know. Orlando Garcia de la Paz, 21 TR 12355.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This is speed. It looks like a commercial driver, but a privately owned passenger vehicle.
Yep.
There's a traffic control device violation issued in December, resolved in March. That's the only other moving violation I see. Would you consider a withhold in this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Given the recency of the other moving violation, I would do the 4-hour school.
Okay.
All right. Withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Michael Jasons. GH, that would be a hard G. All right. 21 TR 7415.
All right, sir. I have to pull that one up on my computer here.
Sort of like the GIF versus GIF debate.
Yeah, well.
And it's GIF, by the way. It's definitely not GIF.
Is that because the G stands for graphics?
I hadn't thought of it that way, but I'll go with that. I just say the English would traditionally make that a hard G sound before the I, like Kathy Lee Giffords.
Right.
There's actually a video of the guy who invented it saying GIF.
The guy who invented it says it's GIF?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that settles it.
There you go.
But thank you for pointing out the fact that the G stands for graphics, therefore it should be a hard G.
What's your grammatical approach is perfectly sensible.
I think either works. Or we can go with the person who actually invented them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy. I'll go with that.
We got a speed infraction here. 93 and a 70 on the interstate. But change of plea, Your Honor. This looks like a first offense.
Yes, sir. Withhold 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
Darian Haley Saunders, 21 TR 11822.
Yes, sir. No contest here. This is a speed. There's a prior speed in 2018 and a improper lane in 2016, but that it looks like a good record.
Yes, sir. Withhold 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
Mason Christian Hayes, 21 TR 12822. 101 to 70. Is it just me or the speed's not been as bad as usual?
I think you're correct.
I mean, most of these have been under 100.
Yes, sir. Well, this instant matter is at 101, Your Honor. And the prior violations I see are seatbelt, following too closely, and there's a couple crashes indicated. They all seem to be a few years ago. We'd change a plea here.
Go withhold school.
Yes, sir. 4 hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Withhold 4-hour driving school, 255 plus costs.
Thank you.
Laura Lynn Healy.
Yes, sir. This is speed. This is an aircraft related stop.
Mm-hmm.
My client has a prior speed violation issued in March, elected school, or traffic control device, elected school, licensed since last year. So it's a newer licensed driver, but it's not a young person.
Prior licenses in Rhode Island.
Okay.
I can give you the option. We can set it for hearing, or if you can get the Rhode Island driving record and show that this is an aberration. I might consider arguments to mitigate. It's your call. Of course, it could end up worse for you, depending on what the Rhode Island license shows. You never know.
So you're saying set it for a hearing or a reset?
Or continue it to a pretrial if you want to get the Rhode Island license and see if you can, like you said, this is, it's not a new driver's, it's a new Florida license.
I got you. Let's reset it.
All right. All right, June Do you think you can get that by June 29th? How long does it really take you to get an out-of-state record?
I'm not sure if it. Let's try for June 29th, and I'll make an effort to relay your request to the client. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be reasonable with time. If it's something that is required to be in person, like some states do, to obtain the record, it's not going to matter whether it's 20 days from now or.
No. No, probably not. I didn't realize some states require you to be in person to get the record.
Some do. I don't know if Rhode Island's one of them.
I don't either. But I'd like to just give you the opportunity to see if you can provide information. All right. So June 29th at 9 o'clock. All right, Jasmine Henry, 21 TR 8429.
Can I get that case number again, please?
Sure. 21 TR 8429.
8429?
Yes. Is that no, that's yours.
Okay, let me pull that one up. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's a 90 and a 70 with a clean driving record.
Your Honor, it looks like my client also completed a driver improvement school with this course, with this case.
Okay.
No contest.
All right. Withholds 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Ronaldo Hernandez, 21 TR 12757.
Yes, sir. No contest, clean record.
Withhold adjudication 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Oliver Hilaire, 21 TR 10874.
You say 10874?
Yes.
All right, I have to pull that one up. I don't know why my list here is so missing some. Would you accept an Oritennis motion, a Robinson argument for vagueness? It's traffic control device sign.
Yep.
There's no identifier of the type of sign.
Motion dismissed, granted.
Thank you.
Alex Eugene Hilbert, 21 TR 10761.
Yes, sir. This is a speed infraction. My client has a 6-page record, but it's mostly red light cameras and associated consequences for non-payment of fines. I see that the last, there's a following too closely issued in January of this year, and an unlawful speed in Broward County issued in May of 19.
Following too closely in 21.
Yes, sir. January, it resolved in Collier County in February. I don't see where that one was related to a crash.
It doesn't appear to be.
What's that?
It does not appear to be.
Okay. This is 90 and a 70 on the interstate, Your Honor. Would you consider a withhold in this case?
I can do it with school.
Okay.
Withhold education, 4-hour driving school, 175 plus cost.
Thank you, sir. I think that's fair.
Okay. James Daniel King, 21 TR 12887.
So this will be a change of plea to no contest. License for 10 years, almost 10 years. This is the first offense.
Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Brian Labena, 21 TR 11000.
Yes, sir. I gotta look up my notes on this one, Your Honor.
It's a pretty bad driving record.
Yes, sir. We've represented him before in Collier County.
You've represented him a few times.
Yes, sir.
I understand this one is not that bad, but it's a horrendous driving record.
Your Honor, I'm gonna. We're gonna enter a change of plea, Your Honor. I don't want the officer to change the ticket at trial.
I understand. I'm going to adjudicate though, given the driving.
Understood.
All right. Adjudication of guilt, $25 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Lesser of two evils. I understand. Kimberly Ann Lopez, 21 TR 6946.
All right. And you know, my frustration with amending tickets is I understand that the court has to balance the right of the state to amend prior to trial.
Yep.
But it's almost like when I wrote tickets, if I'd give somebody a break, it never translated. It was, are you giving me a ticket? Yes or no? And then you still have a right to fight that ticket, even if it's a break.
Sure.
But
the rules are unambiguous that the state can amend up to and frankly even through trial.
Correct.
So you know, you always have that hanging over your head. I know.
Right. So we're on Lopez here. No contest, a clean record.
Okay. All right. Withhold adjudication 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Lazaro Ludena Espinosa, 2 tickets, 21 TR 11777 and 11824.
Oh, there's 2 tickets. Hold on, let me. I'm only seeing the one. Let me see what we got here. We got 11777, and what was the other one?
And 11824.
Fudge.
We're gonna need to set this. The officer says that that they're going 80 to 45 with unbelted children in the back seat.
Yeah, let's set this. Yeah, let's set both of them.
All right. July 14th at 1:30, both tickets.
Give me 1 second, John. I'm going to mute myself. I need to print something, and I don't want to make a bunch of noise for you.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
All right, I'm back.
All right. First, Judge, hold on, I need to mute myself. I'm going to say terrible things about you, and I just can't control it. I just have to mute for just a moment, and then I'll be back. Yeah. All right.
That was the 14th, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. 14th.
Okay.
I've had a few people that probably should have done that. Just muted themselves before they started saying what they wanted to say about me.
You didn't see the in Lee County, somebody got kicked off of Zoom for calling one of the hearing officers a liar because he said it was a court proceeding and she said it wasn't because she was sitting in her bed and he was in his home office. And she proceeded to call him all sorts of names.
I've only had to kick one person off, and that was when she started. That's when she called me an effing a-hole.
Oh, well. No,
and it is the first time in my next month will be 5 years on the bench. It's the first time that, for the briefest of moments, I actually consider holding someone in contempt because she was just yelling at me nonstop. And then when she started cursing me out, I contemplated it, quickly rejected the idea, and decided the best move was just to, and kick her off too.
You might have been a little too nice on that one.
No, if I send deputies to someone's house and arrest them on a contempt charge, I'm escalating. Whereas I can just terminate the engagement at that point.
Understood.
It's different in a courtroom. In a courtroom, you have to deal with that person who's there in front of you. If I have the option in a courtroom who's yelling, someone's yelling at me to just make them go poof and disappear, I would probably exercise that option. As opposed to starting a criminal contempt proceeding. If the idea is to control the situation if it's getting out of control. Right.
Understood.
All right. Joshua McGee, 21 TR 11807.
Yes, sir. We had filed a out-of-state driving record for this case.
Yes.
I don't see any. I don't see any local violations here. At any rate, they all appear to be several years old. Such as they are, we would enter a change of plea.
Leaving the scene of an accident, driving to endanger. What is driving to endanger? And then a DUI.
Yeah, driving to endanger certainly sounds exciting.
Doesn't it?
I think New Jersey has a charge for suspicion of mischief. That always sounds cool. Suspicion of mischief.
Suspicion of mischief. One of my favorite legal terms. We actually had t-shirts in law school. Not me personally, but attractive nuisance was a legal term that I always found entertaining.
Yeah.
Attractive nuisance. And Tommy, if you're wondering what that is, it's like if you leave a swimming pool without a fence around it. It's presenting something that can draw somebody in that's otherwise dangerous. They call it an attractive nuisance.
Okay.
But it just sounds good.
It does.
All right.
My thought here, my approach here, Your Honor, was the out-of-state records.
It's not. I mean,
it's not great. There was
bad.
What's that?
It's not extensive, but it's bad.
Well, my strategic approach with this was we always ask clients to show an out-of-state driving record if they can.
Sure.
And there's always some kind of question strategically whether if it presents a bad record, should we file it? And my approach is, well, a court wants to see a record, even a bad one, to make an informed decision. This one reflects not a great record. My counter argument to that is it does appear that none of these violations are contrary to the laws of Florida. They are severe, but they are a number of years old. And my approach is, while they're worth considering, I don't know that they necessarily relate to the instant matter of speeding offense and shouldn't necessarily be a cloud for my client in Collier County.
All right. I can do a withhold with school. You know what else it does? To be perfectly honest with you, Mr. Todd, it always improves your reputation with the court, is what it does.
Well, thanks.
When you represent something down the road, your word is taken at face value.
Right.
It's appreciated.
Well, I'm glad to help Thanks for your consideration. 4-hour school?
Yes, sir. Withhold 4-hour driving school,
Okay.
175 plus cost, but it makes a difference. Believe me, the judiciary knows which attorneys we can trust, and we appreciate the ones that we can.
Thank you.
All right, Elon Maman.
1 second, Your Honor. You guys froze on me.
I'm sorry, tell me, what was that?
You guys froze on me. It was a withhold 4-hour school and what?
Sorry, we went off on a tangent. Withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Sorry, Tony, we really went off on a tangent on that one.
No, it's okay. The system just froze. That's all.
All right. 21 TR 12810.
Yes, sir. This will be a change of plea. It's a clean record. License was issued in September of 2019, so it's a newer driving record, but this still remains a first infraction. This is a aircraft stop.
No problem. Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Ivan Martinez Castro, 21 TR 12929. Passing zone. Passing school bus in a no passing zone.
Yes, sir. I knew you were going to notice that. I'd like to resolve it with a withhold, with no school, if I could, Your Honor. I understand every traffic violation is unique, and the officers leave notes. And the officer here, in an attempt to indicate that a vehicle was passing another one contrary to the no passing zone, identified the other vehicle. My concern is, assuming it's a school bus, that is a vehicle that was passed. But the fact that it was a school bus, I don't think is relevant to the statute of a passing zone. Also, a violation at 6:35 in the morning on a Friday likely doesn't have any children on that school bus.
Oh, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
A lot of the high schools, those buses are running early in the morning. Like crazy early in the morning.
Okay.
I would want to set this, if it's, like you said, if it's just, if the school bus just happened to be the car that they passed and that's all there is to it, that's one thing. If the school bus was lighting up its lights or something like that, but hadn't gone full red, there's on face value, it may not be that bad, right? But if it could be, there could be a reason why the officer put that on there that's more aggravating. I would want to hear more about it.
Okay.
So that's my take on it.
I agree. It's worth knowing.
Okay. All right. So, July 14th at 1:30, although I'm not sure I'm even the judge on the 14th. But I imagine the judge presiding would want to hear that as well.
Yes, sir.
No, it's not me. Somebody else, but they'll want to hear. Okay. July 14th at 1:30. Angelica Martinez Uribe, 21 TR 12719.
Yes, sir. This is a red light violation, no crash indicated.
Okay.
We'd enter a change of plea. My client has one prior violation on the record, which is traffic control device issued and resolved in 2020.
Okay. You've had a license for a while. All right. I'm going to withhold school.
Yes, sir.
Withhold 4-hour driving school, 150 fine plus cost. I like how they put on there that there was a dog in the car.
Yeah, well, I had highlighted that as well. That's a first. That's a first for me.
Just want to make sure I knew that there was a dog. Okay. Marion McKinney, 21 TR 12741.
Yes, sir. This is a traffic crash, property damage only.
Okay.
My client has no prior violations issued in 2012. Would you consider just to withhold with a fine on this one?
Yes, sir, I can do that. Withhold $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Daniel Reed McLean, 21 TR 11465.
Yes, sir. This is a speeding infraction. There's a prior speeding infraction issued in September of 2020. It looks like a voluntary payment 3 days later. Prior to that, it had been 5 years since the last infraction. Would you consider withholding a fine on this one?
Not on this one, no. Let's set it.
Okay.
Prior speeding ticket within the year and almost 75 miles an hour on Vanderbilt Beach Road. That's really fast.
All right.
All right. July 14th at 1:30. Nelson Mena Nunez, 21 TR 12774. Move over violation.
Yes, sir. Looks like a good record recently. It's been several years since the last violation. I don't see any notes on the ticket that would make it any worse than I just see regular statutory language on the ticket. No contest.
All right. Withhold $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Lois Shanae Morgan, 21 TR 5125.
Your Honor, this is a change of play. It's a clean record.
Okay. All right. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Daniel Magruza Bravo, 21 TR 11412.
Yes, sir. This is a speeding infraction. There is a traffic control device ticket issued in Miami-Dade County in December, resolved in February of this year.
Okay.
Prior to that, there was a speed infraction 3 years prior out of state. Would you consider withholding a fine on this one? This is a first speeding infraction.
No, there was a prior speeding in 18.
I'm sorry. You're right. This is the first one in Florida. Now I'm kind of being. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll do withhold school.
Okay, sir.
Withhold 4-hour driving school, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Gladar Nazarko, 21 TR 12780.
Yes, sir. Change of play on this one, Your Honor. It's a traffic control device related to speed. Looks like the officer gave my client a break in the statute there. The driving record is good. The only violation I see was 4 years ago.
Agreed. All right. No contest?
Correct.
Withhold $60 fine plus costs.
Thank you.
Delis Karina Novas Maria, 21 TR 12489.
Your Honor, this will be a change of plea to no contest, clean record.
Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Barbara Nunez, 21 TR 6979.
Yes, sir. Let me double check my file here. I had my assistant try to reach out to this client to ascertain whether the registration card, we could get a copy of the registration card. I'm going to double check, make sure.
Give me just a moment. I might be able to see if it's updated.
I have a copy in my computer here. I don't believe I filed it. It's the same vehicle, NAJA10, valid through August of 2022.
All right, so it's valid.
It's valid. It just wasn't displayed. The registration card, it's fair to display upon demand, but she has it. My client has it, just not at the time of the stop. So it's a validly issued ticket.
Yeah. All right. That's no, it's the only ticket. All right. Judicial warning.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You should have it in the car. All right. Dayami Nunez, 21 TR 11696.
Sir, this is a speed infraction.
Okay. 82 and 16.
The driving record's been good for 5 years, coming up on 5 years.
Yep.
No contest.
Withhold of adjudication, 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
All right. Adolfo Parado, 21 TR 11869.
Yes, sir. Enter a change of plea. In this case, looks like a good record. From what I can see, although the truth be told, I don't think I have an entire history here.
You probably do. I don't see anything in the record either.
Okay. I just see I don't see any moving violations on the history.
I believe I've got a complete record. I've got a suspension that was reinstated and a crash.
Okay, that's what I'm showing.
Without any citations accompanying it.
Okay. You have to forgive me. My printer was running out of ink, so I'm looking at kind of a fuzzy copy on the side there.
No problem. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
Castaneda Paul, 21 TR 13104.
Sir. This would be a change of plea, no contest. Appears to be a good record. There's a prior violation in Broward for unsafe or improper equipment. This is the first moving violation, no contest.
Okay. Withhold of adjudication, 155 plus costs.
Thank you.
Eduardo Perez Rodriguez, 21 TR 12909.
Yes, sir. This is 49 and a 30. My client has a good record. There's a speeding infraction issued and resolved in 2019 in Collier County for 63 and 45. Would you consider a withhold in this case?
It's a speeding ticket this time, driving a commercial vehicle, 49 and a 30, and then there was with the prior speeding ticket, no.
You wouldn't do a withhold with a school?
No, sir.
Okay, well, let's set this one, Your Honor.
Yep. All right, July 14th at 1:30. Lillian Perez, 21 TR 11734.
Your Honor, I'm sitting near my window. I have a bunch of noise outside, so if you have problems hearing me, please let me know.
No, you're fine.
Perez here, it looks like a good record. We would enter a change of plea, no contest.
All right, withhold of adjudication, 155 plus cost.
Thank you.
Jorge Pineros, 21 TR 12706.
Yes, sir. We would enter a change of plea on this case, Your Honor. My client has several prior violations, but they're all over a decade old.
So they are. All right. Withhold of adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Jordanis Pino, 21 TR 12167.
Yes, sir.
2 moving violations in the last year.
You know, we'll enter a change of play in this case. I understand you'll probably adjudicate, but this it looks like my client's going to need to get to point at some instance.
Well, and like you said, the officer can always amend.
Yeah, and it's a laser stop. They're pretty straightforward.
Yep. All right. Adjudication, $25 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
All right. Amando Ramirez, 21TR12823.
Yes, sir.
Speeding in a dump truck.
Yeah, this is a dump truck, Your Honor. The driving record's good.
Yes.
This looks like based off of the history, this looks like an outlier, truth be told.
I agree. Nope, this is an aberration. No contest?
Yes, sir.
All right, withhold $100 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Like I said, Mr. John, I hold these folks higher standard. I never told you this. I was tangentially involved in a DUI manslaughter case that involved a big commercial vehicle. It was a sand truck. He came up to a T intersection and failed to stop at the stop sign and hit a van full of migrant workers, killed 6 people. And the thing that haunts me to this day is I was looking at some of the photographs and there was a sign nearby, like a speed limit sign. And I asked one of the prosecutors who was on it, I said, "Is that mud from the accident?" He goes, "No, that's bits of human flesh. We don't know which person it came from." The bodies inside that van literally just exploded like they were hit with a bomb. And unfortunately, I saw many of the pictures of the result of what happens when a large commercial vehicle hits a normal car at speed.
Sure. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Those are just, I said, those are images I cannot get out of my mind, and that's always sort of in the back of my head when I see some of these. I say, some of these
probably better to see a picture than actually live and in person.
What's that?
Probably better that you saw a picture versus being there on scene.
I would rather not. Yeah.
Right. It's not pleasant.
It's not pleasant. No. And so that's just, I said, just so you understand where I'm coming from with that. I just, when you know, you did it for a living.
I get it. I get it.
All right.
It always struck me as peculiar when I was writing tickets. Anybody pulled over with a commercial license, that'd be the first thing it's all, "Hey, I got a commercial license. I can't get a ticket." Well,
I know.
If you know that.
You and I have our bar cards. It's the most valuable thing I own. I try very hard not to jeopardize it.
Understood.
All right, Hannah Riggett.
Yes, sir. This is a move over violation with a spotless record, no contest.
Yep. 21TR13099. All right, withhold adjudication. $30 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Anthony Rivera, 21TR13124.
Yes, sir. Should you consider a withhold with a school in this case, Your Honor? This is 104 and a 70 on the interstate. My client has 1 prior speeding infraction in Leon County, issued and resolved in 2019.
All right. Yeah, I can do it. Withhold 4-hour driving school, $250 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Daniel Rodriguez, 21TR11221.
Yes, sir. Should you consider a withhold with a school in this case? Looks like a prior speeding infraction in 2020. This one's fast for a 30 zone. I think my client could benefit from a school and maybe
they took slow down. This one. That's fine.
Okay.
Withhold adjudication, 4-hour driving school, $175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Merlin Antonio Rodriguez. Nope, that's not yours. Sorry. Miriam Rubio, 21TR8412.
I gotta pull that one up on my computer here. I don't know what it is about today, but I'm missing so many of them.
That's unusual. While you're looking for that, let me ask you a quick question. Are you working out of your office? Are you working out of your home right now?
I'm in my office now.
All right. The Supreme Court issued the new AO that's going to bring things back, in person for many of our proceedings as of June 21st. Do you have a preference about conducting court remotely or coming to the courthouse?
Well, I think that at least for pretrial, it makes more sense for me to do them remotely. I'm often, especially Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm in multiple areas at the same time. I know this isn't a function of the court. Like today's an example where I have a huge pile in front of me and I'm still missing some. That's not any fault but mine.
But you find it beneficial to have your computer in front of you so you can.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I'm just getting some input from various stakeholders about where things should, where we should keep things remote, where we should start going back in person. I can tell you right now, I'm very strongly in favor of our hearings of the trials to go back in person.
Sure, I understand that's a little different.
But
right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand in-person trials are a little different. It might make more sense to be in person, but the bulk of my dockets at pretrial, I don't know that there's necessarily a need to be in person to discuss with you. Where there's no other, no other parties present. No officer or anything.
Sure, that makes sense.
And it does allow. I really think the bulk of my dockets are. Like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, especially, I have to be in multiple places, from county to county, and I also do. I have some dockets in Glades once a month, Hendry, Hardy, and DeSoto, which are usually once a month, but they're not usually on Tuesdays and Wednesdays like Collier is. But quite often Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I have to be in Collier and Lee at the same times. And I can resolve, like if yours is longer and you start at say 10:30, I can resolve my Lee counties sooner, which is probably one of the reasons it's staggered.
Sure.
But pre-trials on Zoom are working fine for me, but I understand if they change.
Well, like I said, we're trying to get input from folks to figure out, the best way to get things going. So I appreciate you giving me your thoughts.
Understood.
All right, so I'm sorry. We were on Miriam Elizabeth Rubio.
Yes, sir. This is a speed infraction, just in the non-mandatory appearance realm.
Yep.
The driving record I'm looking at now, Your Honor, this looks like a first infraction, or if I'm correct in reading that, would you consider a withhold?
Yes, sir. Withhold 175 plus costs.
Thank you.
All right. Gabriela Ruiz Farinas, 21 TR 13090.
Yes, sir. And if I may, as a corollary to our previous conversation, my function is pretty much exclusively traffic at this point, and I don't. I'm not trying to be an elitist. I understand that some other attorneys might kind of, I don't know, they sometimes seem bothered to be in traffic court because, they have one ticket and I usually have much more than one.
Right.
But, my functions are, I take it seriously, and it does make sense to me sometimes to be on Zoom, where I can have access to my computer, like the couple cases where I had to look something up.
Sure.
Rather than creating a delay by rescheduling something.
No, I understand. No, I completely understand what you're saying. All
Thanks. Right. Ruiz Farinas, you say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My client here has a clean record. No prior violations of any sort, issued in 13, no contest.
Okay. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Shedley Terran, 21 TR 10718.
Yes, sir. Speed violation. The record shows a 2020 there was a traffic control device. In 2018 a speed violation. Would you consider a withhold on this one?
Yes. All right. Withhold 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Brian Trujillo Cabrera, 21 TR 9260.
All right, I'll have to pull that one up here.
Driver, this is a first. Driver had ice cream melting. Was in a hurry. Exceeding speed limit. That's one of my new favorites. Also, I had to go fast. My ice cream was melting.
You know, that's the first time I've seen it on a ticket. I've heard it from a client before.
It was the first time I've seen it written on the ticket.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to do?
It's a clean record, no contest, Your Honor. I think maybe he suffered enough with his melted ice cream.
Withhold adjudication, 175 plus cost.
Thank you.
Jose Turu Biates, 21 ER 7438.
This is a traffic control device, no turn on red. There's no crash. It's a clean record, no contest.
All right. So withhold $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Humberto Valdez Chavez, 2 tickets, 21 TR 12592 and 12614.
Yes, sir. We'll request a hearing on both.
Okay, July 14th at 1:30, both cases.
Thank you.
Sojan Vangelovsky, 21 TR 12749.
Yes, sir. This is a stop sign violation. There's no crash. A good driving record, Your Honor. No contest. I see a fair to yield emergency vehicle recently, but that's it.
That's fine. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
Abel Vera Romero, 3 tickets, 21 TR 10132, 10137, and 10163.
I gotta pull those up. I don't know what's going on today.
No, it's unusual. You usually have everything pretty well organized.
Well, I try to look at these well in advance and get prepared, but you know, I don't. It's based off of kind of a proprietary calendar we have, and I'm not responsible for entering the calendars.
All right. 94 and a 70, a turn without signal, and an unbelted passenger.
This is Trooper Waddell. Okay.
He's usually not one to load somebody up.
Yeah,
your client made him mad somehow.
Yeah, I perhaps. Let's schedule these, Your Honor. I understand there's a speed related to a belt with a belt issue.
Yeah. No, let's go ahead and all right, July 14th at 1:30.
We have one more July 14th left, Your Honor.
Oh boy, I filled up the whole docket. Okay.
And then after that's July 21st.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, let me click these away. Merlin Rodriguez, 21 TR 10896. Nope, that's not you. Sorry.
Okay.
The next one I've got is Jill Wesh, Stacy Jill Wesh.
Yes, sir. This is a clean record. We would change our plate in no contest.
All right. Withhold adjudication, 150 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
And then Turgut Youludogru.
I'll accept that.
All right.
Let me see here. Your Honor, this is out-of-state driver. We filed the driving record from New York. It appears to be clean.
This does.
Would you do a withhold with a fine?
Yes, I can do that. Withhold adjudication, $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
And I think that's your last one.
Did we do Fuchs, Fuchs 21 TR 12925?
I don't know. Tommy, did we do that?
Checking now. I don't even see that on the docket.
I didn't either. Oh, no, I got one more.
We have Stacy White. I mean,
yes.
Janet White.
Janet White? Okay.
Yeah, Janet Lynn White, WHYTE.
Yes, sir. Traffic control device related to speed. Clean record, no contest.
All right. Withhold $60 fine plus cost.
Thank you.
And I think that's it.
Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Okay.
Tommy, I've got a couple of no-shows.
Yes.
Give me a second. Let me check with Sarah and see if any of those folks reached out because I was running so late.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Sorry to go into your lunch hour. We're almost done.
That's okay.
All right. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Apparently, I did not intrude on Sarah's lunch hour. She's already gone. So let's do this. I'm going to give these folks the benefit of the doubt. I just feel terrible that I was running so late today.
Okay.
Let's put them all on another pretrial, please.
Okay, so I'll put them all on the 29th.
Yes, please. I said, they may have been waiting and just gave up. I don't know.
Okay.
I was sitting here